Johnson, one of our CIP Facebook group members, and he's been in touch with us for many, I think probably at least 2 years, and he's graduated his first one-year program, and he's studying his second program. So welcome to our live stream, Amal, and thank you very much for finding time to join us and share your feedback.
Always for CIP, sir, anytime. I was very confused at the beginning, 2 years back, as you said, whether to get into a master's program or a college, to step into a college, because I had 5 years of experience. So it was a very big dilemma for me. And when I started seeing your sessions over Facebook or YouTube, and I felt comfortable, and I actually joined one of the session and get in touch with your team over India, back there at India, then you probably straightened my thoughts out. And since that day, it has been like a fixed path. This is what we are going against, and there's no confusions then. So as I have completed the first program last December from Seneca, I did IT project management, and I passed out with good grades there. Right. And thank you. Then I chose the second program as business analysis from George Brown, and I just completed the first semester there. Then I have 2 more semesters to go, and whenever I see a notification that GAUTHAM sir is live, then I couldn't resist myself, from stepping in and having a word with him. He's so inspirational. Thank you so much, sir. Keep doing the good work.
Thank you. So, John, how was your journey from India as an international student? I remember talking to you. You are from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and you're very focused on getting masters. So now that you are studying in a college in a postgraduate degree, and you've seen the real life out there, you've you got your project management certification. So, I understand that, again, when you have 5 years of work experience, master's or a college postgraduate certificate is no longer relevant. It is more about, especially if it is not non-technical, it's still okay. But again, you don't have to wait for 1 year to get an acceptance into a master's. Canada has very few institutions here, and admissions are very competitive. So now you are on ground, you studied in Seneca, and you're doing a second program in George Brown. So what are your thoughts, and what do you see the Canadian job market out here? What do you feel about the whole education and your future prospects?
Sir, I actually do remember the exact statement you said to me 2 years back. Doing a master's is good, but the line of education that you have chosen is not worthy, because in masters, when you do project management, especially project management in masters, that is not worth it. So
I remember you wanted a 2-year program masters in Northeastern University.
Exactly, sir.
I mean, unless you're very passionate to have a degree, but again, 2 years project management, 45,000 definitely is quite.
Yeah. Yes, but you know what? When you said this, I wasn't convinced. I'll be honest, I wasn't convinced. It took 2 more sessions with you. Then you said me, oh, what's wrong with these people? South Indians always masters. Then for one time, I said to myself, okay, even if I take a college program right now, I can do masters later when when things are settled. But college, I don't think I will step into again for that. So that was the strong push that I had, of course, after a lot of discussion with you. Then after coming into Seneca and doing the program, what I learned is, if we are to take project management, the degree that we have, of course, has a weightage, but that's not the sole weightage what employers look at. It's the way we present ourselves and our past work, especially. Doing any program or certification would be sufficient related to project management, but proving that and backing up with relevant experience is what they are looking at. Because in the interview, they don't specifically ask you technical questions when it comes to project management, like what's a Gantt chart or how do you schedule your project. No, they are particularly interested in the stories that you have come across in your line of work. So that's what gets you the job. So I said, okay, yeah, we are there. So I'm focusing on getting into internship and part-times related to project management so that I can collect few stories of my own and get a good job soon.
So how did, Toronto megapolis, how were you, what was your part-time job work experience? How was it? Was it difficult to find a part-time job for you? And what was your experience? What would you advise other students regarding the part-time job experience?
Getting a part-time job as a project management manager or a project management related area of work is little tricky. But I have friends who from my batch at Seneca who have taken few jobs as project coordinators. So that's a step before project manager where we can work part-time also. So that is one thing to explore. But as of me, I have got part-time through an internship when I was studying at Seneca. We have a wonderful program there at Seneca for IT project man where they actually encourage you to take part in internship as part of the curriculum. So whether you like it or not, you are going through it. So,
but did you, when you first came to Toronto, did you have a part-time job in your first semester, second semester?
I came here only at my second semester.
Okay, so you missed the first semester. Okay,
yes,
so
yes,
second semester, did you do any part-time job off campus or you didn't do anything?
Well, I did for some time, like a month or so. I did few survival jobs here and there, like less labor jobs. But I managed to get into a retail chain, Nespresso. So I worked there part-time. But what I want to emphasize here is.
Oh, I remember Nespresso. You put some post where you previously first time worked and you were doing coffee. Yeah, okay, that's I remember that.
Yes, that's a wonderful place. Actually, I travel to Mississauga weekly twice just because of the people there. I love working with them. They're so accommodating and it feels like family to me. So I travel from Toronto to Mississauga twice a week and I work there still. So I think it's not the degree that we put behind our names. It's the things that we actually learn that's going to help us in our employment. But finding a part-time is not that hard. I mean, there are lots of jobs, like anytime you take. My friends, before I came here, they said to me that because of COVID, we are facing a little rough time, but I never faced it, not even once. It was always there. if you are searching and willing to work, yes.
Exactly. If you are willing to work and open, you will definitely, yes. So, well, and what would be your advice for students who are considering Canada, right? Do you like Canada, and what would you advise the other prospective students? Especially from Tamil Nadu. We have a regional manager now in Tamil Nadu. Arun, he actually studied here, and unfortunately, due to family circumstances, he went back. We have many students from Tamil Nadu, and we are planning an office in Chennai. So, what would you advise your students from Tamil Nadu?
Well, to me, I think the experience here is awesome, and I'm afraid that I would, whether I would move back to India. It's so
nobody will move back to India.
Yes, it's so good here.
Yeah, so, you like it. That's good. I'm happy to hear.
I love it here. Yes, I miss my home, but the way they treat you here and the work environment here, the value that you get here is better.
So you worked in India for 5 years and you feel that the work environment here is much better than India, what you worked, your experience in there.
Definitely, yeah. Yes.
That's good. Now, we are like small young birds. When we grow up, we fly away from our nest, from our parents, and world is global citizens, and Unfortunately, yes, it is a pain. Every day I talk to my mom and dad. They are old, and it is a painful part. But again, it's all what we are doing. Global citizens, and your children will be here. So, well, I wish you good luck with all your future career, John. And thank you very much for joining our live session today and sharing your feedback. I really appreciate, and I'm looking forward to your success stories in the future. And again, life is always, when you look into the social media, you always see good things. But again, there's a lot of story behind it. There's a lot of hard work behind it. And life is always ups and downs. Canada is not heaven. Canada has its own problems. There are advantages and disadvantages like every country. So guys, if you're planning to study abroad, be strong, be focused. It takes a lot of effort and hard work for you to be successful here. So it's not like in movies where you fly in and then you get a car and then you're working and you have a house. There's a lot more behind the scene. So be ready for hard work. And John, I wish you good luck. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you so much, sir.